Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Julie, this is Emily. Thanks for joining us for this Vinyasa class. I'm going to take you through a sequence twice. We're going to do the first one all together. The second one, Emily's going to keep with a modified version. So you can choose to follow me if you feel like stepping up, or you can follow Emily or what we've done previously if you'd like to chill a little more through this class. You might like to have a couple of blocks. You may or may not use them, but they're always good to have. And if you have a blanket or a towel, you might also like that just to pop under your knee at some point. It's just nice to have everything handy just in case. We're going to start kneeling. If you like, you can sit up on your block as Emily's going to. If kneeling doesn't feel good for you in this moment, you can come to cross-legged instead. All right, just resting your hands on your lap. You can close down your eyes or just soften your gaze. We'll take a few breaths together just to settle into class. So exhaling completely wherever you are. Take a big breath in through your nose, filling up. Let it sigh out. Get a nice big breath in and out. One more together, big breath in and let it out. Beautiful. Let your breath just settle back into its natural rhythm here. Taking a moment to scan through your body and just notice how you're feeling in this moment. Aware of anywhere that might be feeling a little tense or tight in your body. But equally aware of anywhere that's feeling kind of open and spacious as well. So taking in the whole experience of your body. Beautiful. And then softly blinking, open your eyes. Release your hands down either side of you here. Take a big breath in as you reach your arms up overhead. As you exhale, sweep the arms back alongside your body, and drawing your forehead towards the ground does not have to touch here. Reach the arms back. As you inhale, lift up, reach your arms up. Exhale again, sweeping arms back as you bow forward. And again, inhale, reach up. And exhale as you sweep back. Inhale, reach both arms up. As you exhale, right hand comes behind you, either to a block or fingertips to the mat. You're just going to reach or lean back with your left hand, left arm. Inhale, reach both arms up, come up through center. And as you exhale, left hand or fingertips come behind you, right arm reaches back. We'll do that one more time to each side. Inhale as you lift through center, let your breath guide your pace. Exhale, right hand behind, lean back. Last one, breathe in, reach up. And left hand back, reach back through right arm. Beautiful, reach both arms up, lift up. Bring your hands together, draw them down before your heart, interlace your fingers. Let's press the palms away, reach up again. As you exhale, draw the hands out in front of you, rounding through your back. Nice, and again, lift up. You can follow your hands with your gaze or keep your neck neutral. Exhale as you press away. Do that one more time. Inhale, reach up. And exhale to round. Release your fingers, make your way onto hands and knees to a tabletop position. Spread your fingers out, plant the palms down, hands underneath your shoulders, knees over or under your hips rather. Let's just start to take some big circles with your hips. Or you might even bring this into a figure 8 movement if you want to involve your wrists and your shoulders a little bit more here, just going in the one direction. It can be a really small, shallow movement, or it can be bigger and more exaggerated if that feels nice. And go the other way as well. Finding your breath in this movement. Beautiful. And slowly making your way back to tabletop. You might walk your hands forward, just a handprint here. Spread the fingers out, connecting the palms, the knuckles, the fingers to the mat. Let's tuck the toes under. And lift up into your first downward facing dog. I already forgot where we were going. Now take a nice pedal out of your heels here. Make any movements that feel good. Maybe a nod or shake of the head. You can, and if your down dog doesn't feel good for you today, you're absolutely welcome to just keep knees down the whole time. Listening to and honoring your body as we move throughout the class. Take a couple more breaths, any other little movements that feel good as you just feel your way into this shape today. And then slowly start to walk your feet forward, little baby steps to find a forward fold at the top end of the mat. Press down through the soles of your feet, keep a little bend in your knees and slowly start to roll your way all the way up to standing, little by little, until you can peel your shoulders back, lift your head up, standing up nice and tall. Take a big breath in, Tadasana, and exhale completely. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. You can keep hands separate or connect palms. Exhale, bend your knees and fold forward. Take a halfway lift, hands to shins or fingertips to mat. Exhale, plant your hands down. We'll step right back into a plank pose. Shoulders over wrists. You can drop your knees straight away if you like here. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, we'll all drop knees down. Untuck your toes. We're taking a push-up here. So take a breath in, press the mat away. As you exhale, you can keep this nice and shallow if you like, or deepen it. Bend your elbows, lowering down. Inhale, press back up into your high plank. And then exhale as you lower all the way down to the mat. Yes, sorry, I didn't give you any warning for push-ups. As we inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the heart, cobra. Exhale to release, downward facing dog. Maybe you press back through your knees. You might even stay on your knees. Taking a nice big breath in. Exhale completely. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or walk to the top of the mat, forward fold. A halfway lift on your inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing, reaching up. Maybe palms connect or not. On your exhale, straight into a second round as you fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back into your plank pose, your choice, knees on or off the mat. Take a big breath in. We're preparing for a push-up. You might drop your knees. As you exhale, lowering down, just kind of halfway, bend the elbows. Inhale, press back into your high plank. Exhale, chaturanga, knees on or off the mat as you lower down. Inhale, cobra or maybe upward facing dog, flipping the toes, lifting hips and knees. Exhale as you make your way back to down dog or maybe tabletop. That was the last push-up, I promise. It was just the two. Take a full breath. Coming back to down dog. If you're not already there, lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward, step, walk, or lightly jump to the top of the mat. Take a half lift once you get there. Inhale and exhale, fold. Inhale, reach all the way up, rise up. As you exhale, hands together before your heart. Back to Tadasana, releasing hands down by your side. Take a nice big breath in, filling up. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale as you fold forward. Plant your hands down, stepping back into a downward facing dog. And then drop your knees down, come down into tabletop. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Take a big breath in and out. Left leg extends back behind you, toes point down. Press back through your heel. Big breath in. As you exhale, knee in towards your chest, draw it in. Step or help your foot through in between your hands. Sweep your arms up, low lunge. Take a nice big breath in as you lift up here, lift a little up out of your hips. As you exhale, arrowhead, you're sweeping the arms back and you're leaning your torso forward, drawing belly back away from your thighs. Activate through your arms, reach back through fingertips. Take another breath here. On your inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Start to straighten your front leg. Doesn't have to lock out. As you exhale, coming into your half Hanuman, half splits, your hands might come to blocks or you can sweep arms back behind you. Bend into front knee. Let's rise all the way back up. Plant both hands down, framing your front foot. Right hand plants, or maybe it's on a block as you reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. Option to stay here, or you can reach back through left fingertips, maybe gazing back towards the back of the mat. Coming into a side plank as you swing your right leg off the mat, step your left foot all the way to the back, planting the foot down. Beautiful. Lift up through left fingertips, energizing. You can stay right here, or maybe coming into like a baby wild thing. Step the left foot just behind you. Left hand to the back of your head as you lean your head back into your hand, pressing the heart and the hips forward. Take a big breath in. Exhale, both hands to the mat, both knees to the mat, tabletop. Tuck your toes, lift the knees, downward facing dog, pressing back. Roll forward into your plank pose, maybe dropping knees down. Chaturanga as you lower down. Finding your back bend. Inhale, lift the heart, the chest. Exhale back, downward facing dog, or maybe taking a little rest in your tabletop or child's pose. Couple of breaths. Slowly making your way back to tabletop. Again, shoulders over wrists, knees underneath your hips. Your right leg steps back this time, toes point down. Activate that back leg, take a breath in. Exhale, knee to chest, draw it in. Step or help your foot through in between your hands. Reach your arms up, lifting into a low lunge. Take a big breath in, lift up out of the hips, lift through fingertips. Exhale, arrowhead, arms sweep back as you tip the torso forward, staying active. A full breath. Sweep your arms forward on your inhale, rise up, straightening front leg. Exhale to your half splits, either hands to blocks or sweeping back. Bend the knee, plant the foot down. Let's reach back into your lunge. And then both hands come down, framing your front foot. Left hand might come to your block here. Right arm reaches up into your twist. Maybe you want to reach the right arm all the way back as you roll onto the outer edge of front foot. Coming into your side plank from here, we swivel on that back knee, stepping your right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Lift up through right fingertips. Again, you can stay right here if this feels like enough. Otherwise, a baby wild thing. Stepping right foot just behind you, just off the mat. Right hand to the back of your head. Maybe lean your head back into your hands. Press heart and hips forward. One full breath in. Exhale as you release both hands to the mat, both knees to the mat. Let's just come right back to child's pose. Take a couple of breaths. Maybe you rest your forehead on the mat, maybe resting on your fists stacked here. A moment to just allow everything to slow down a little. Notice how your body's feeling a little warmer. Notice the pace of your breath. So we're going to repeat that sequence. So you've got the option of doing exactly as we just did with the back knee down, following Emilie. Or I'll give you the option to layer that and we're going to lift the back knee. So maybe a little bit stronger. Listening to your body. If you start doing one version, it doesn't feel good, you can swap. We'll slowly make our way back to a tabletop. You might be staying right here if you're following Emilie or doing what we just did. Otherwise, coming up into downward facing dog. Left leg lifts on your inhale, three-legged dog, or just shooting leg back. Knee to chest, draw it in, step or help your left foot through in between your hands. Back knee might be dropped for some of you. For others, let's rise up into a crescent lunge or a high lunge. Lifting up, beautiful. Take a nice big breath in as you lift. Exhale, arrowhead, sweep your arms back, tipping your torso forward. Staying active through your upper body, a full breath. Sweep your arms forward, rise all the way up. Start to straighten your front leg a little more. As you exhale, coming into your half pyramid or half splits, sweeping the arms back alongside your body. Maybe you're using a block under each hand. A nice full breath. Bend your front knee, rise back into your lunge, lift up. Both hands frame your front foot. Planting right hand down, or maybe it's on a block. We're coming into a twist, reach your left arm up. Option to reach left hand back as you roll onto the outer edge of your back foot here. And if you want to go a little bit deeper, you might roll onto the outer edge of your back foot, coming into a Cleopatra pose. Beautiful. From here, side plank, either dropping the back knee or maybe you're stepping left foot halfway or all the way in front or on top. Beautiful. Lift up, take a big breath in. As you exhale, option for wild thing, stepping your left foot behind you, lifting the hips, maybe hand to the back of your head, pressing the heart forward. Take a big breath in. Exhale, both hands to the mat. You can skip your flow here, go straight to down dog, tabletop, or child's pose, or we can roll forward into plank. Lower yourself down, chaturanga, knees on or off the mat. Inhale for cobra or up dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Taking a few full breaths. Again, maybe knees come down for a little bit of a rest. Beautiful. We've got one more standing. Flow, same thing to the other side. Making your way back, either starting in down dog or maybe tabletop if you're keeping the knee down, following Emilie. Right leg lifts on your inhale, three-legged dog or table. Exhale, knee to chest, draw it in, step or help your foot through in between your hands. Rising into your version of a lunge, lifting up through fingertips. Take a big breath in, lift. Exhale, arrowhead, sweep the arms back, tip the torso forward. Take a full breath. Legs are strong. Inhale, sweep your arms up, rise up, start to straighten your front leg. As you exhale, coming into your pyramid pose, bowing forward, maybe hands to blocks or sweeping them back behind you. Little bend in the front knee so it's not locked out here. One more breath. Bend your front knee, rise back up into your lunge. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat, framing your foot. Left hand plants or to a block. Right arm reaches up, finding your twist. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you reach back, rolling onto the outer edge of the front foot. Some of you might roll onto the outer edge of your back foot here to go even deeper. Your variation of side plank here, whether you're dropping the back knee, maybe stepping just halfway or all the way. Taking a full breath. Again, you can stay here in side plank or going into your wild thing, stepping your right foot behind you, lifting the hips, hand to the back of your head, lift your heart. Both hands to the mat, either plank pose or knees down plank, moving through your last flow. If you're feeling it, you're welcome to skip it, lowering down through chaturanga. Inhale, finding your back bend. Exhale back for your downward facing dog or maybe child's pose. Taking 3 or 4 breaths if you're in down dog. And then when you're ready, bringing knees down, we'll all come down into child's pose. Again, knees can be as wide or as narrow as you like. Maybe supporting your head with your hands or resting down on the mat, your forehead. Bringing all your awareness to your breath. Beautiful. Gently lift your head up, reach your arms out in front of you. We're going to snake our way forward onto our bellies, so keep your chest as close to the mat as you can, rolling your spine forward, maybe extending legs back behind you. You can bring your feet out maybe a little bit wider than hip width, toes untucked. We'll come into a wide cobra here, fingertips a little bit wider than your mat, elbows stacked over wrists. Press through fingers as you inhale, let's peel up, lifting your head up very last. And as you exhale, melting back down. 2 more of those. Inhale as you lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Rolling over onto your back, any way you like to get there. Bending your knees, planting your feet down on the mat. Just wiggling your feet a little bit closer towards you, arms down alongside your body, palms pressing down. Can you lengthen your tailbone towards your heels just a little bit more? And then reach your arms up and over your head so the back of the hands touch down the ground behind you, maybe knocking over your blocks. On your next inhale, we're going to lift the hips towards the ceiling and bring the arms back down alongside your body. So syncing up this movement. As you exhale, hips come back down and your arms reach back over your head. So slowing this right down to sync up with your breath as you inhale, slowly drawing the hips up towards the ceiling, arms come back down alongside your body. And exhale as the hips come down and arms reach back overhead. Can you do that 2 or 3 more times with your breath? Try to keep your feet planted down on the mat the whole time. Nice free flowing breath. Not rushing your inhale nor rushing your exhale. Next time your hands are down by your side and your hips are lifted, we're going to stay here. So planting down through hands, through feet, lifting the hips just a fraction higher. Take another breath. As you exhale, little by little, vertebrae by vertebrae, just melting the spine down, lengthening it So your tailbone draws a little closer towards your heels. Beautiful. Bringing hips all the way down. Once you do, wiggle your feet out about as wide as your mat. And then just start to rock your knees from side to side like windshield wipers. Can be really small movement. They might just rock gently, or for some of you, they might rock all the way over. Inviting a little bit of movement into your legs and your hips. Beautiful. Coming back through center. Can you shuffle your hips a little over to the right side of your mat? Extend your left leg out long and draw the right knee in towards your chest. Give it a little bit of a squeeze. And then using your left hand, take your right knee across your body over to the other side. You might rest your knee down on a block here. And you kind of untuck your left shoulder blade, let the right shoulder blade come a little closer to the mat. Maybe you look over right shoulder. Take one more full breath. Bring your head back to center, lifting your knee up, unraveling the twist. Bring both feet to the mat as you just shuffle your hips a little over to left side. If you used a block, take it over to the other side. Extend your right leg out long, left knee, just give it a little squeeze in towards the chest first. And then right hand to the outside of the left knee as you draw the knee across your body. Maybe it's resting on your block or prop or the mat. Left arm can reach out wide. Again, maybe that little untuck of the right shoulder blade, letting left shoulder blade come a little closer to the mat. Bring your head back through center, unraveling your twist. Bring both feet to the mat. Shuffle your hips back to the center, and then bring your knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little bit of a hug and a little rock from side to side, just feeling that massage on your lower back and the back of your hips. Nice. Back through center. Wrap your arms around your knees or your legs. Draw your forehead up towards your knees. Give yourself a big squeeze, a big breath in. As you exhale, releasing everything, making your way into your Shavasana. So finding a comfortable reclined position. You can prop yourself in any way that you like. Please take up as much space as you like here as well. Letting the back of your head feel supported. Make any little adjustments that you need to find comfort. And to invite a little bit of rest into your body. I'm going to leave you here in your Shavasana. You're welcome to pause the video, maybe pop on one of our guided Shavasanas. You can listen to some music or lay in silence, whatever feels right for you in this moment. But allowing yourself at least a few minutes of rest here. As always, thank you so much for joining. I hope that you enjoyed, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you.